Welcome to my closet. This is where I clean my lenses. This is where I load my film. Oh, there's film in there. There's film in there. Oh, God, no. Oh, that's so disappointing. We're here to talk about Labbox. I'm an idiot. We are here to talk about developing. Today, developing and the Labbox. I've actually only developed 3 of my own rolls. I'm very new at it. But as a noob, I thought I would share my experience because there's a lot of videos out there. They're perfect. They're great. They totally do what you want it to do. But see, even with that, there's not a lot about the Labbox and the Cs41 kit together. But there's also not a lot of like people being like, oh, that's what I did wrong. So I'm going to go through and kind of show you the things that you kind of do need. Like, you do need them, especially for this setup. If you want it to go smooth and just churn out those shots, this is kind of what I suggest. And hey, it might change in like 2 weeks. I don't know. Okay, so the main pieces of developing, which you probably all know, you need the chemicals. And I picked up the CS41 quart kit. It's simplified. It's great. Obviously, everyone loves their film. But this is just like primo. I wanted things to be easy. And there's $25. This is easy. There's a few gotchas with the Labbox, though. I obviously picked up the Labbox, which this makes things just like a breeze. And then, you have to get your bottles. I have these, but I'll get to this. But you also need measuring cups. In this scenario, you need measuring cups. A must have a measuring cup. Because the thing is yeah, you can get this and you just build all the chemicals, pour it all in. But the Labbox can't take that. The Labbox can only take 440 or 490 milliliters of volume. It's a different thing. It's not a Patterson tank. And so you have to basically half this whole recipe to get it in here. And then even at that, there's an app that I downloaded that really you can build out and help schedule, because this also, there's some things with it, and I like it. But along with this stuff, I also got a sous vide. So before, someone was like, yeah, run the tub. No, don't do it. The biggest thing about processing your own film is that for color, the chemicals need to be at a great temperature. They need to be at like 102. This guy can put temperatures up to like, I don't know, 140 or 150. I don't even know. I don't cook. I go to McDonald's. So the sous vide keeps it at a perfect temperature. It needs to be 102. I set it at like 110, 115. So using the CS41 kit, it's really easy, except for with this Labbox, you need to half the recipe. So when I first did this, I didn't have measuring cups to half it. So I had to use a scale, and it was kind of a pain. But now I got these guys, and these guys help half the recipe for me. So I can just basically just pour it in here and pour it in. Just keep mixing. You know what? Give me a second. The bottle. These bottles, you get them, they're like $5, whatever, I don't know. This is what I keep my chemicals in for storage. But these are what I keep them in to heat up. And that's mostly to do with weight, because you don't want your chemicals bobbing around. So just get one of these, okay? I have like a tub that I have the sous vide in, and I have these 3 in here. I put distilled water in here, heat it up to 120, and then these chemicals have to be at 102. So then put all the chemicals in these, fill up the water jug, use the sous vide, get the sous vide up to temp, get a thermometer, put the thermometer in, just check all that shit. So the Labbox is like so cool. This is the reason I started developing, because I was like, I did it one time before, and it took me like 40 minutes to put a 120 roll onto that spool in the dark bag. I'm not doing that. I don't have time for that. You put this on, it takes like 2 minutes. It's fantastic. So I backed this like a billion years ago, and it finally came. But the thing that if you're like buying and didn't, you know, get it on Kickstarter, you want to get one of these. This is, I don't know, this was added in, I think. I don't know, maybe you, but you want it. Because like this guy, this doesn't do shit, right? This guy, right? Because you need to go vigorously. You need to go, like that's how you use Patterson, you know, you go like that. This you just go like for like 10 seconds. So, you know, you got your pre-soak with H2O distilled water. You develop for 3.5 minutes at 102 temp. You got your Blix at 8 minutes at, it says 75 to 105. I keep it around the same, right? Same instructions as above. So agitate 10 seconds for every 30 seconds, right? So then you wash it in running water, and then you stabilize it for a minute to get it, and then you dry. Then you hang it up in your shower, and then you take a shower because, you know, why not? But the thing I have to say about this particular box is that it says that it works best with a vigorous agitation. So it's saying in this first step, you want to go like, real fast. So what I ended up doing was I downloaded an app to help me, and I broke out all the steps so it just makes it so easy. You don't have to worry about it. Here, so I'll show you. The app is called Develop It. Here, can you see that? Develop It, right? It's free, iOS. So basically, what you can do is you can set up these little different profiles, and you can have all the steps just right here and hit play. And then see it crashed. Okay, cool. Develop It. You have these presets. And so I've already built this all out. So I have a pre-soak set for a minute. And so I hit play, and it just does the pre-soak. It just tells me how long I'm going to keep it in there, right? Which is great. Then you can next it if you want. So that developing that I was telling you, that crazy agitation, that they said the first develop is 45 seconds. They want you to do that during this 3.5 minutes. So I ended up just breaking that out. I know 45 seconds, I'm going crazy. And then after that, well, something happened here. But after that, then I develop for the rest of the time, agitating 10 seconds for every 30 seconds. At that point, I go to the Blix. I also want to agitate 45 seconds vigorously. And then I go to the Blix timer, which is 7:15, because if you develop for 45 seconds minus, 8, 3:15, now I know I can hit play, and this is going to keep going. Vigorous 10 seconds. And then this little timer, this countdown right there, every 30 seconds. Like that. And so on and so forth. And then you can set, a 3-minute wash, and then you can do a stabilizer, a minute stabilizer. So basically, that's great. It works really well. Also, if your phone is turned off, then you have to wake it up before it actually gives you a chime, which I think is kind of also a pain in the ass. A workaround is just, never put your phone to sleep, and then it will always chime when you want it to chime. I probably will do that anyway, because I don't want to keep waking it up. It's just unlocking it with my face. It's just, no, that's not cool. Anyway, so that's kind of what I wanted to express. I think I'm going to be a better photographer by experimenting and developing my own photography, like my own photos. Like, literally, this thing makes it so easy. I just don't see any other benefit of like going to, unless I just don't have time, but you save up a bunch of rolls and you just batch. It's just so, and it's very therapeutic. I mean, for me, I don't know, it's just, there's something really nice about it that it's just fun. It's just really fun. Plus, you get to hang out in the bathroom for 40 minutes. So I guess for the most part, that's the end of this episode. Talking about developing and talking about this, and then, yeah, I don't know. I think that's about it. I think that covers it. If you end up watching this, somehow, miraculously, all the way through, and you have questions, just let me know. Chat me. Email me. I'm pretty. My brain is like sometimes, so you know it happens. But you know, editing. I'll try to make this better. So catch you next time in the closet. I don't know. I might have to change that.